Nature photography.
Hi there, Colts. How are you? I am outside today for our art projects for this week. Since we're still working on nature art, I decided I was going to come to a park near my house where there's a little stream or little river going through it. And I'm starting by wearing my mask to remind us that if we're going to go make art in public this week for some of our nature art projects, we should definitely cover up and be safe. We want to keep ourselves safe, but we also want to keep others safe from our germs as well. You may see me not wearing my mask in some lessons, but as I was walking around parks or public places, I was putting it back on. I just wanted you to be able to see and hear what I was saying.
Choose your location.
Part of taking photos is first finding a good location. So if that location is in your yard and you have some nice nature stuff that you can take photos of or draw in your yard, great. If your family's willing to go somewhere like a park or a natural setting, you might find more interesting options to take pictures of. As you can see behind me here, we have this nice river, so I'm just taking a little stroll along the river to try to find something that looks interesting to take a photo of. Now, usually when I take a photo of something in nature, I think I'm going to go either big or small. Am I going to take a picture that shows a lot of stuff, like a whole landscape?
These are some photos that I took that I would consider big photos. They have lots of land and big trees.
Or am I going to get very close to something to see its details, like a flower or a plant?
These are small photos I took where you can see the details of plants up close.
As I was walking along the river, I found a little part of the river that kind of splits off from the main river. It looked different and interesting, so I'm going to take a closer look and see if I can find a nice composition here at this little fork in the river.
Choose your angle.
If I want to try to back up and get this whole piece, I might be able to get an interesting shot that way. Or I can come up close and maybe get down low to get a different view. Now, I don't want any unnatural things, so I'm making sure I'm not getting any houses in my art. That house in the background there might ruin my nature shot a little bit. Also, create layers in your art. I have this layer of grass up front, and then the river behind it. Let's get that little house out of my picture, just like that. And that might be a nice shot there.
I was able to take a few good pictures at this location. I'm looking for variety in my photos, contrast, and something that catches my eye as interesting. Create layers as well.
Now, when you find something you like, choosing your position around it is really important also. I like the shape of this little bare tree here, but from this side, I have lots of apartments and houses in the background. I want to go around it till I see a shot that looks all natural, and I can't see any houses, telephone poles, picnic tables, or anything like that. Now, right now, you can see that tree is a little hidden by what's behind it. If I can go over a little more so we can see those shapes in the sky, then we have a much better focus on this tree.
Close-up photography.
I can make something interesting by getting really close to it. I love close-up photography because it lets you notice details about things that you wouldn't usually see. That's what artists do. They notice things that most people miss.
Neighborhood photography. While you can take some great pictures at your house or in your yard, it might be great to take a little walk. Make sure your parents know where you're going and that you're remaining safe if you're going out in public.
I noticed that in some of the natural areas, there wasn't a very good variety of plant life. While we might not be able to find many in some natural areas, many people have planted flowers or colorful plants on the edges of their yards near the sidewalk. Now, I don't want to go into anybody's yard to take photos of plants, But if there is a nice bright flower and I can take a nice photo from the sidewalk, well, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Since I'm going out in public, I'm going to get masked up and see if I can find some bright, colorful flowers that I can take some close-up photos of. You may even have some bright, colorful flowers around your yard or even in your house that would work great for this type of project. In my yard, we only really have this one colorful flower here, so I'll take a few photos of that to get started.
So from the locations that I chose, I was able to get all of these photographs. I have some close-up photos, and I have some big landscape photos. From here, I would choose 5 to 10 pictures that I really like and share them in the Google Drive folder or through email. Keep all of the rest of your photos. We may use those later this week.
Remember, Colts, be safe when you're in public. But if you can get out to a place that has some natural things like trees, rocks, plants, water, that would be a great place to take some nature photographs. We also have videos below about nature photography. Some of them are about people who make nature photography a job, and some are just examples of beautiful, artistic nature photographs. Take a ton of pictures, Colts, choose the ones you like the best, and send them my way so we can fill up our student art gallery with your beautiful photographs.